Today I would like to share my knowledge for that. This week there's the comparison of the Taunida Soda that really charity discourse Mesibanika number 24 there were 7 stage of purification in the Visori Maga because we believe that the Taunida Soda 24 in the Majjhima Nikaya is the cornerstone of the basis of the Visuddhimagga, the basic construction of the Visuddhimagga. So for today's lesson, we will discuss about the relationship between the Visuddhimagga and the Tattva Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya, number 24. You see the charity or the charity we had the full charities then only the path to go anywhere. This the only methods are for that are who want to go anywhere. That the goal if you write that we had to remove the kind of thing that the expression of the Tata Vinita Sutta Mishima Nikaya number 24. Now I would like to get the second chapter. In this Sutta, that is the setting of this Sutta. At the Dharaka, the Buddha, they had the conversation with the Buddha and the new Brahman. They had that kind of conversation at the time. The Bandi, Pauna, Mandani Buddha, who are the famous for the preaching the Dhamma. He is very clever to preach the Dhamma. So he advised at the time for after finish that rainy season when they stay in the forest they came back to the Dasakara to pilgrimage to the Buddhas and they had the conversation with the Buddha at the time the Buddha at the tongue speech or tongue quality which is they have or not at the time they present like in this way they also had the teacher called namely the Pauna Mandani Buddha. When the Saripura also there's over there, so he also listening the conversation with the Buddha and the follower of the Pauna Mandani Buddha. By hearing this portion of the Pauna Mandani Buddha, Saripura is also went to meet with him that stand for this story. So let's try to another slide. That's 10 topic of the conversation, freelance art designer, contemporary, what is a Santoti, thirdly, they has or not that they are checking with the Buddha, that the follower of the Buddha, Mandani Buddha, after rainy season, that's like of this session. The median or two grades are primary uh, because they had that kind of meeting with the Buddhas after the rainy season, the follower of the Buddha Mandani Buddha, the Buddha. After that, the Saripura, the great rival of the Buddha, the great disciple of the Buddha, he met with the Buddha Mandani Buddha in there for in the forest, and namely the Andawana by the time and the Saripura at that question like the why do you enter the Pura for the purification of the Pashu, what the purpose he had something in this way. Upon that, he also mentioned about the 7 stage of purification. The first stage is purification of fast food, or that the lower levels or the very basic, very fundamental level of the 7 stage of purification. The first stage is our fast food. If someone do not have the fast food, we cannot continue any other part two, that the most important one, that is a purification of mind, or is a state of visuality, purification of you. Deity Visuddhi and purification by overcoming doubt and the that's the called Deity Visuddhi, Tarana Visuddhi, purification or by knowledge and vision with the fast or not to not path. That's called we call it Maka Jnana Visuddhi. When someone attains that kind of level, he know what the right way to attain the nirvana or what not the right ways to attain nirvana. And we call it as a Prikra, Maka, Jnana, Dasana, Visuddhi. Then he attained the state of the Prikra, Jnana, Dasana, Visuddhi. We call it purification by knowledge and vision of the ways. The seventh state is purification, knowledge and vision. Jnana, Dasana, Visuddhi. We call it. That's another way. We call it Samukhiya Supaka Sutta. We can see also in Gautara, in the Gautara Nikaya, number 194, Samukhiya Sutta. In this Sutta, we can see the four factor of striving for purity. To be got that kind of purity state, we had to mention the fourth state. The first state is the factor of striving or purity or virtue behavior. Sila Padisoti Paraniyenga. And the Sila Padisoti Paraniyenga. The second is Saita Visodi Paraniyenga. The third is Deti Padisoti Paraniyenga. The fourth is Vimoti Padisoti Paraniyenga. So in this Samudriya Sutta, we have the four kinds of purification. The first is Sila, the second is Saita, the fourth is Deity, the five is Vimoti. That is the different from the Gita, from the Gita Giri Sutta. I forgot this one. The seventh scripture, Tathavunita Sutta. So the instruction is maybe based on the two sutta. The first sutta is Tathavunita Sutta. The second sutta is from there in Gautara Nikaya, Samukhiya Sutta. All the sutta are related to the purification, but the number is maybe different. For the Samukhiya Sutta, we only had the fourth stage of purification, Sila, Saita, Sila Saita, the Vimoti, Sila Saita, Samadhi and Vimoti. We only have the four kinds of purification for this Samukhiya Sutta. That's the difference from the Sutta. Maybe the structure is the same. The seven, that the Visuddhimagga. The author is the Bandi Buddhaghosa, who is the pioneer of the Buddhist literature in early 1st century CE in Sri Lanka. Now, because among the folk Buddha content, the scholar, the great scholar appear in the Sri Lanka. So we normally imagine that it's the 5th century CE. 5th century CE in Sri Lanka. That's the expression, that's the translation. Ando Chata, that's the first part of the Visuddhimagga. Ando Chata, Bhai Chata, Chataya, Chadita, Pacha, Tan Gotama, Pauchami, Ko Iman, Vichatayi, Chatan. We are still in the triangle, under triangle, outer triangle. Who can so that's triangle? The Buddha was at 20. The Sanghyotta Nikaya 7 6 Jala from the Jata Sutta. That's the smaller Sutta in the Sanghyotta Nikaya. But for the Visuddhimagga, for the entire Visuddhimagga, he based the entire Visuddhimagga based on the two small sutta and two small part. Sila Patiya Naro. Sile Patitaya Naro. Sapinyo, Satan Pinyasa power. It's the construction or the basic, the foundation or the visual maka, Sili Britaya. The one who went to the purification, he had to manage or he had to establish his mind based on the virtue. We cannot establish any other level without virtue. The first stage of purification, we call it Sila, we saw it. That's the more and main important one for this other purification. Sili, Prataya, Narosapino, Satan Pinyasa, Pawayan, Atapi Nipako Peku, So Iman, Wichetayi, Jetay, Jatan. The inner triangle and the outer triangle, this generation is unfolded in a triangle, and so I asked Gorama to take question who succeed in distinguishing this triangle and this triangle. When a white man established where in the virtue develop consciousness and understanding the aspect who around the suggested is succeeds in distinct and this intelligent district there's a Visuddhi Magga translated by the Bhikkhu Jnana Molis. That's from the Sayutta Nikaya Tata Sutta. Just as that's just example for understanding we are in this cycle or tangle in our altar explanation in white one the crown the lights earn what all beneath for the we had the grace for our Buddha Kota. When we examine or when we examine that grace scholar, we had to examine throughout these three main topics. The first one is the typologies and prology or his own work. If we need to know his intelligence, we have to observe his own work, like the Samanta Pasadika, also the well-known work like the Visuddhimagga. Anyhow, we can see many commentary in this situation, like the 24 or commentary in the Vinaya or in the Vinaya or in the Suttanta. We can see many Thara, Dhamma. That's also important one for the to observe who is the great scholar or Maha Buddha. We visit the Maha Divavanda. That's the biography of these Sri Lanka, like the in Myanmar we call Manan Chadri. That's the same canonical text. The four is the Buddha Kosa, Supati, the biography of Buddha Kosa, Buddha Kosa Supati, the 50th century tea, that the biography, the structure of Victory Mara. There are 23 chapters. In total chapter we have 23. The first two chapters are on virtue because our virtue are the more important single thing for this Visuddhimagga. So we started from the chapter, the two chapters. The second one is not 11 chapter are on concentration. So indeed, Visuddhimagga we had only 23 chapters. The first two chapters is based on the virtue. The others are 11 chapters based on the concentration. We call it samadhi. The last 10 chapters are on wisdom. So we see the Visuddhimagga we had the 23 chapter. For the first purification or for the virtue, we have only two chapters. For the second one, the concentration, the samadhi, sila samadhi visuddhi. For this, we have for the Buddha Kosas explore the 11 chapter and 10 chapter. That's the stage or insight according to the Buddha Gota Visuddhimagga. That's by knowing and seeing the way, and that's the comparison with that purification and knowledge. We call it jnana and dasana. For the knowing and seeing, or that's part two stream timer. We call it we start in the belong state. Belong state the phase or the phase or context we call it cellular analyze or formation. So according to the Abhidhamma rule, we have the eight knowledge. The first is seeing the right and wrong. Samasana. The first one is the comprehension or foundation, analyze or formation, or seeing the right and for right and for. That's for Udayavaya Jnana. The contemplation, breaking after whether this one is Pinga Jnana, that contemplation or distract, that's Priya Jnana. There is a release the contemplation which discernment of equanimity with regard to formation of the lineage or the noble one or the past detail we have seven stage of knowledge in according to the Abhidhamma rule. That's the practice Patipara or Magas. That's why it's Visuddhi. As we see, we have the virtue, Sila Visuddhi, and also the mind, Sita Visuddhi. Views are four kinds of purify, fine, knowledge or right and four. That's why it's the right arm. Four is the Udavya Jnana, knowledge of dissolution. Brahmanyana, knowledge or fear funeral, Vayanyana, knowledge or ranger, and detachment, disability. That's why it's at table 7 for this lecture. That's been on the 5 and the 10 bodhisattvas, right? Bodhisattva, could or Dhamma, excellent, and chicken for the attached the seeing, knowledge, and experiment. This one is from the we Vasu Pandu. This one is I pick out this one from the Vasu Pandu version. It called it Vimoti Maga. They started from the equivalent of the adapters are there, cultivation or seeing highest ordination states are submit as that. So let me conclude for my lecture or for my presentation today. I present only two soda. The first is the Tata Vinida soda from Sayutta Nikaya. Also the second one is the Samukya soda from Anguttara Nikaya. There's two soda are the foundation of the Visuddhimagga. The Visuddhimagga, the scholar they believe that even in this Visuddhimagga we can see the seven stages of purification, but in this they might be the different stage of purification, but the foundation is the same. So we call it the foundation of the Visuddhimagga. And additionally, we had two vote, two period vote, two kinds of vote. The first is Visuddhimagga, second is Vimodhimagga. So thank you, Pandey, for everyone, for listening me, for your valuable time and management. I hope we will meet next week again. Uh, Thank you for everything. Today's lecture is here now over. Let's conclude our program by reciting Buddha Sasana, season later to Sri Sarupani. Okay.